If you see that on a listing, you should probably stay away. Hello friends, Mermaid Megan here. It is day 10 of Vlogmas, and today we're going to be talking about some red flags that the tail you're about to order on Amazon might be a ripoff and might be unsafe. So I want to start off by saying that not all tails on Amazon are unsafe. I personally recommend these brands off of Amazon for beginners. Now, none of the brands that I would recommend for more advanced mermaids or professionals sell on Amazon. They all have their own websites, and I will link the ones that I have tails from down in the description box. I personally have Mertailor and Finfolk tails, and they both make options that are great for beginners as well, but we're gonna focus on Amazon today. Another important note is that you should never order a mermaid tail from a website like AliExpress, Wish, or Bonanza. None of those websites sell with reputable sellers. Those websites sell tails that are made with knockoff art stolen from reputable companies and come with monofins that have not been properly tested for use in the water. The first thing I want you to look at when you are ordering on Amazon is your brand name. So if we look up here, this is FinFun. Their brand is listed right up here at the top. And if you go over to Google and search FinFun, their website will pop up where you can buy all of these same tails, find more information, look at their other collections, and you can see that they are an actual company. If we come over to this listing and search their brand name, their website isn't going to pop up. It's going to be their Amazon listings, but not a mermaid tail website, and certainly not more information. The second thing we should look at is the listing information itself. If we read through this, there's a disclaimer about safety, and the grammar makes sense. Now, obviously, English is a very hard language to learn, so I don't want to come across as judgmental towards people who are speaking English as a second language. But these companies that are reputable and are listing things on Amazon have someone on staff whose job it is to check through all of this copy and make sure that the grammar is correct, that everything is written properly. And so it can be a red flag when you read a listing that has bad grammar in it, because they're not taking that time to be professional and double check all of that. The third thing I want you to look at is on these tails themselves. So if we look here at this FinFun tail, you can see that the art goes all the way down. There's no seams. The scales blend seamlessly into the fluke. It's made from one piece of fabric on the front and one in the back, all the way from the waist down to the tips of the fins. However, if we look at this knockoff tail, I want you to look right around where the ankles would be. There's a seam going through, and that's something that we see in a lot of knockoff tails listed on these websites. They make the body that goes on your legs and then the fins in two separate pieces and sew them together. And this can be a red flag that you're not buying a tail from a reputable company. The fourth thing to look at is the monofin itself. Now, a lot of companies like Mertailor and Finfolk make beginner tails for the Mermaid Linden monofin made by Body Glove, but these two, FinFun and Suntails on Amazon, actually make their own monofins for beginners. If you look at their monofins, they have the brand name printed on them. These are both brands that I do recommend, so you can trust that these monofins, while maybe not strong enough to swim in the open ocean where there's currents and waves, are safe to swim in. If we look at these knockoff listings, however, while they do finally come with a real monofin, a couple years ago that was not the case, you're not going to find a brand name on these monofins, and that's because they're mass manufactured for several companies. They're not properly tested like some of the other monofins that we see on the market. It might be safe to swim in for a little bit, but we don't know what sort of materials this is made of, and they haven't undergone rough wear and tear tests to make sure that they're not going to snap or that they have enough propulsion to swim in. And my fifth red flag for you to look for today might seem like kind of a weird one, but a lot of times on Amazon, if the mermaid tail comes with a matching swimsuit like this, it's a knockoff. If we scroll through FinFun here, I'm not seeing any swimsuits coming along with the tails. You can order it separately, but it doesn't come in a package with the tail. And let's look at Suntails too. See, just tails. I'm not really sure why it is. Maybe they want to add extra value or something, but a lot of these knockoff companies package a swimsuit like these ones in with their tails. It could be matching print to the tail, or it might be one of these solid print ones, but if you see that on a listing, you should probably stay away. I hope this list helps you to pick out a safe mermaid tail, especially if you're getting one for someone as a gift these holidays. If you have any questions about other recommendations I have, please put them in the comments and I'm happy to answer. I'll also link the companies that I recommend both on and off of Amazon for beginners in the description box, as well as the ones that I use for more advanced and professional gear. Thank you so much for joining me for today's Vlogmas video. Remember to subscribe to my channel if you want to follow along with more Vlogmas adventures and see more of my mermaid content. Like and comment on this video so I know what you want to see from me next, and I'll see you all next time. Bye! And cut. And title screen. Some of them kind of do.